It's such a nice day out. We go.
I need a second.
All right.
I can speak to it in generalities, but...
You ready, Jim?
Sure.
Okay, it's Tuesday, September 2nd, 3 o'clock p.m. I'd like to call the Facilities Committee meeting to order. So we've got a few items on the agenda today. And Wade, I guess we'll turn it over to you.
Certainly. Thanks, Jim. Got a pretty light agenda today, but a couple of important things nonetheless. First off, item 1 is a conveyor quote. As part of a contract that we had with Greenfield Ethanol, we were required to upgrade the capacity of the conveyor system. This benefits both Greenfield and the Bridge and Port Authority. And as part of this, Greenfield would pay half the cost of completion of an upgrade. It needs to occur before December 1st this year. Due to the age and specialized nature of the equipment, we reached out to 3 different companies who you can see there, Conviver, Superior Industries, and Dibble Equipment. We received 2 quotes and one non-quote, if you will, in terms of price. And these prices need to be refreshed a little bit, but it looks like the best value for the dollar in this case would be Conviver. So what we have, Mark's in the process of getting it right now, is we put before the full board today a resolution for a cost not to exceed $28,000 to Conviver to upgrade the conveyor upgrade, to upgrade the conveyor at the port for the Greenfield contract.
What does the upgrade involve?
Currently we do about 250 tons an hour, and what we're shooting for is 600 to 650.
Wow.
Hopefully, it's hard to say how that'll work. We made the conveyor itself do the 600, but possibly just by the way we move things, we've got to meet a minimum with Greenfield. I think it was 400, and that was kind of given the amount of money and want to go. That's kind of what we said. And part of this too is an upgrading of the small, medium-sized conveyor. There's not much to that one, but the big one.
When we say an upgrade, are we going to replace?
No, it's changing the gearing and everything. Modification to make it. Yeah, it's not a faster, right?
Is this to be loading, not loading in both ways?
No, Raj, probably mostly loading. Speak for loading. We're just trying to get a bulk speed up that'll match what Greenfield's looking for off-load, loading out.
This is for the DDPs.
Yes.
The DDPs will be going out of here by barges. So after the process, we get dry DDPs come across the bridge by truck. We load them. We go in a storm and then load them.
Yeah, there's a number of ways they want to move them out of the port, either by, well, if they could sell it all here, they'd be happy with that. They're thinking that because we're kind of the auxiliary storage area, they might just build up where they ship in, fire out so much that probably what, John, about 6,500 or 7,000 tons. About all we can safely store there. So we can get in the building.
What do we use conveyors for now?
It's all been stacked. We stack the DGDs or the corn or anything. We
Just around the
yeah. And then we do use it for loading out. We have it when generally
the corn and the corn gluten.
The corn gluten was we found it was about 250 tons an hour.
So are the conveyors we have, with this upgrade adequate for doing anything that we want to load out? Is there any limitations to it?
I don't know if you got a different product, like Jim, a heavier product might change that whole dynamic, but generally it's working, grain materials and things like that. and that's certain.
When ships are moving salt, make ton an hour, ton per hour, can they get off Mac and
Oh, 4,000. Yeah, they can offload probably, they can offload the ship in about 6-7 hours. Yeah. Roger, that's just 26,000. And there's only 7,000 tons.
No difference between these two.
I wonder in comparison.
No, you look at it, it's so much more stout.
I watched them on there.
Still a little bit bigger than
71, I think. One's a mid-70s, the other one's early 80s.
What are they driven by?
We've got generators on, they're electric. Yeah.
How long does that belt last? I think that'll.
It's hard to say, Roger, with what we're using.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're doing that loss tonight, different things, pair it up.
That'll under the system.
So it's going to cost us $28,000 to upgrade this or buy a new one or whatever.
Well, no, it would cost us $28,000 to upgrade, but half of that would be worked by the client. Half by the bridge report, half by the client.
Who owns it?
We own it.
That's when they don't use it.
We own it.
What happens if we want to use it for somebody else?
We still own it. We can use it for
Sounds good to me. I just want to make sure if we do an upgrade that, I'd like to see us upgrade to what Roger's talking about. When they come off the ship, let's hit our conveyor, we then put it over, away from the port itself. We're dumping now along the port.
And then we wouldn't have to truck it.
And we wouldn't have to do anything. We'd get it away and we'd always have our dock area open more so.
That's why I asked him how much it was putting out.
Yeah. Steve said they dump that over 4 or 5 hours. We don't have to.
Yeah, that would be great if that go overhead, right? No.
What is the length of the stairs? I mean, how far, if you're going to offload or onload, how far?
I think about, depends on, I'd say you're a little under 110 feet maybe.
Really?
Yeah.
Can we go right from ship to one of the buildings?
No.
No.
You could go from ship to the top of building 2 if you wanted to. Want to understand that isn't the easiest thing to do. That we top
It was designed for that.
Yeah.
We can dump it right in the building.
Yeah.
Yeah, right through there.
Why is there such a big disparity between prices if we wanted to?
They threw in their labor. Their labor was like 15, 16. The materials were about the same, but their labor was about $15,000, $16,000. Conviver knows us. They kind of handle a lot of the heavy duty stuff in this area. They're kind of, and that's part of it. There's looking all over the Northeast trying to find what's easy to with the level of what we're talking about.
Where are they out of?
Conviver, they're in New York State, Superior. I think they were in Massachusetts. I'm not certain on.
Arabia, East Syracuse,
It's pretty low for him.
I think they were from Massachusetts.
Did we budget for this anyway?
We did actually. That was in our original budget.
Yeah, I think it was more than that though.
I think it was 50.
Yeah, it was quite a bit more than 14 that's going to end up costing us.
I'm all set with it.
Hey, Rosie.
Yep, check that.
Well, take it to the full board.
Okay. Second item is a change order with Burns Brothers, 14th Industrial Building on the mechanical contract. Steve, if you want to walk us through that, it's a $3,800 decrease.
It's kind of similar to what we did last month there. We put an allowance in there for Siemens gas. They gave us a rough estimate of what that cost. Basically, all the charges and everything to hook it up came to the head. And that was all part of Skelly's contract, so they just had to the end or whatever, and it was 38, 35 less, so that's a reduction in their contract.
All right, and then the final one is the bank.
Third one is Development Authority of North Country. This is a $15,000 engineering feasibility study for Ogdensburg Bridge and Port to expand the capacity to unload and offload cargo using automated machines. Have had a conversation with Development Authority of North Country. There were no strings attached to this from their perspective, and recommend that we take advantage of the offer.
I still have, what do you think prompted it?
I don't know. There were two parties. Skittish with that thing on, but there were two parties that were contacted. One party indicated there were no strings attached. The other party did not respond.
So what's the plan to use the money for then? Are we going to look at the conveyor hopper system for unloading and storing bulk materials?
Well, we need to get a plan in place that there's three criteria associated with this from DANK's perspective. An outline of the project to be undertaken, including a timeline and cost estimate. A signed copy of the disclosure and accountability certification, a signed fund disbursement form. I would imagine the first thing that we would do is take a look at our draft report from the Port Master Plan and see what, if anything, in there that we could take advantage of and then go forward.
Do we have that in hand yet? This guy was more than great. A couple other pages I haven't read it yet. Oh, why not? 180 seconds. Can you mail it out so we can bounce it for the... Sure, then we put it all over there. Oh. No, I didn't print it out. Printed it out. Oh, okay, PDF or something. Yeah. Oh, okay. First part of the day, though. Meeting out there? Sure. Our meeting is September 18th. It's really a draft, so I mean, we have an opportunity before the 18th to put in our own recommendations or stuff that are critique it or whatever we want to do. That thing was pretty neat last, maybe it was 2 weeks ago now. I had to bring my son to the dentist, so after the dentist I said, Chris, you want to go see some, go to the port, so you can see some windmills being unloaded? And he goes, sure. So we pull up on top, I'm not sure what street it is, pick one street, you gotta go up there.
Oh, yeah, that's the street over there.
What is it called? Kate? Kate, no, couldn't be. So anyway, we got a ship in there, it was unloaded, and they were picking up blade, and then the other beluga was coming up the stream at the same time, going past, and there was activity down. They were unloading blades off the trailers. It was just the part of activity that looked pretty cool. Was it barging? No, the barge was there. I was hoping it would get better next time. I did see the barge calling in one morning. I was up here for something else early, and so I went over and they were just tying it up. Pretty neat.
How many trips did it make?
12 turbines and one on cable.
And our 10th ship's in today as well, so. Yeah.
You said there is a 10th ship in today?
10th ship's in port today.
Came in, we unloaded at 11 to start.
How many total will you get?
One more. So on the day, there's no action coming out of that. It's just the FYI.
Just a FYI motion, basically. So,
Is there a timetable on that we have to respond to that? Or?
there's not.
So we just really got to tell say, hey, we're working on the outline of the project. Okay. Now what else you got?
The surplus equipment will be for the October meeting. So that's basically all we have at this point.
What do you got for surplus equipment? Do you know yet?
Got a few things. Steve, you want to comment on that a little bit? What's that? The surplus equipment?
Yeah, we've got 2 loaders, one pickup truck, a couple battery chargers, forklift chargers, I think it's about 6 items. The main one is then there's an old Boss forklift that doesn't run. It's 73, weighs a ton, but that doesn't run. But yeah, the 78 Terex and the 91 John Deere. I've got some preliminary pricing on it. And with the cost of things today, we might get a good buck for that. But they make good snow machines if somebody just picks them up. Put the money into the transmission and different things that need to be done. Yeah, I think it's about 6 items.
Terex runs, the John Deere.
Yeah, the John Deere's transmission is still out. Yeah. Well, you can get them to move, but it's not. John Deere's not safe. The Terex will go okay.
John Deere, you put transmission last year.
No, we didn't. That was like a $11,000 or $12,000, $16,000 deal.
Yeah, I remember that.
We talked about it.
Yeah.
So any of that stuff that doesn't go, per se, at the auction, we can sell it for junk.
Yeah.
What I want to get more money.
Yeah. Or what I want to do is I'll give you what I've got for minimum bids on them and see what you think with that. But I was quite surprised at where I was thinking. It's quite a bit higher than what I think. And a number of people are giving me reasons why. So, but like if you go with that Terex, if you go to Rock and Dirt, Fred, you know that, there's a couple of Terexes there that they run anywhere from $21,000. There's 2 of them. Same identical machine for $21,000 to $31,000. Which surprised me. I mean, I was thinking somewhere in the maybe $10,000 or $11,000 range. But now with metal costs and things like that, you want to just give it away. But the one pointed out that somebody that's the snow removal or anything like that, that are in kind of demand. It's a cheap way of
Like parking lots, is that?
so maybe I know you might get quite a bit of interest in it, but we want to set a price that it's fair, but also it's good to us. I'm not trying to rob anything, but I don't want to give it away. Yeah, no sense. So what do we got down there now? We got the new one. We got the Volvo, and we have we're keeping the 83 Terex. That's in pretty good shape. But we have our 2000 John Deere 6'4".
So we're not leasing any right now at all.
We shouldn't have. Maybe the timing of a ship or something, we might have it as one as a backup, but hopefully we can parlay that money into a forklift or something else.
Okay.
All we have to worry with this? Light month this month.
Is the motion to adjourn?
I'd make that motion.
Oh, well.
Not yet.